What's up, everybody? Benja Well Done coming at you live, 5:29 in the morning. I am on my way to jiu-jitsu. Gotta be honest with you, haven't really been that balanced lately, and I think that's one of the biggest challenges in life. One that I strive to always be the best at. But here's what I'm saying. I've been doing a lot of comedy. Like, I feel like some days I do a lot of comedy and not a lot of writing. And other weeks I do a lot of writing and not a lot of comedy. Or I've been doing a lot of jiu-jitsu lately, but I haven't been going to the gym for last week and a half. And I think being well balanced is one of the hardest things to do, but it's the thing that you always got to remain. And not just that, you always have to continue to improve on each. So if I was jiu-jitsu, gym, comedy, writing, yeah, I have to bring writing up, but eventually you're going to have to bring them all up. You always have to improve in all the things that you're doing. And as you improve one over the other, you're going to have to rebalance everything else and recalibrate and stuff like that. So anyway, I'm on my way to jiu-jitsu. I love it so much. And I haven't been to the gym in like I said, a week and a half. I really believe that the only way I'm only going to continue doing jiu-jitsu because I'm going to the gym also. And what I mean by that is this. When you go to jiu-jitsu, when you go to a gym or anything jiu-jitsu is kind of like football practice. And this is a rough translation of what I'm trying to say. When you go to a football practice, it is very physical and stuff like that. But come the day that you're actually going to have another team against you, that's kind of the last 5-15 minutes of jiu-jitsu or you're live rolling. And in order to strengthen myself in a lot of these positions and in general, I do have to do some sort of weightlifting. And I want to always be better at that, definitely. But the thing is, your body, in my opinion, your body, how am I going to say this? I feel like if you only do the practicing of the football, if you only do the jiu-jitsu without the weightlifting, what I'm going to do is, the reason that I'm going to be working out is to strengthen my body to prevent it from breaking down. Because in a lot of ways, if you do just jiu-jitsu, it's slowly breaking down a body. And this is my opinion, because all you're doing is these a lot of stretching, which is great, a lot of technique, which is great, and then the rigorous activity of combat, which I love. It's the best. It's all the best. The whole part of it, the whole full circle. But I believe that in order to properly recover, is what I'm getting at, you have to be strength training as well, because whether it's all the small fibers in your body or your elbow or your knees or your ankles or whatever, your chest, your triceps, doesn't matter. I truly believe that just doing one without the other, again, comes back down to that balance, is a bad balance, because you're only you're not doing anything to balance out the fact that you're getting these certain contractions and expansions of your muscles and your body that you only get when you're live rolling and doing the whole combat part of jiu-jitsu, and you don't do anything to balance it out with any strength training. So to me, it just doesn't make sense not to do it. And I've actually tried that. That's the result that I'm starting to notice, is that also energy-wise, I stopped going to the gym for a week and a half, and it was just all situational. It was just different thing after different thing. But tomorrow I'm definitely going to start going. But in this week and a half, I've noticed that I basically feel better when I've been combining strength training with jiu-jitsu compared to just jiu-jitsu. Again, I feel like just jiu-jitsu is kind of like taking a hammer and hitting it on a rock, and hitting that rock again into a smaller piece and a smaller piece, etc. But when you do jiu-jitsu, when you do strength training also, in addition to jiu-jitsu, your body kind of gets hit like a hammer from jiu-jitsu, but you also, which is like a downward force against you, right? But strength training is like exerting force away from you. So I feel like it really does like help balance out not just the way that you feel, but the but all components of recovery too. So yeah, I feel like I've just had everybody like not smashing me. That doesn't make any sense. But I'm saying I feel like I've just had too much. I'm trying to be particular with exactly what I say. Not too much, but I feel like I've only had like forces exerted on me compared to pushing them out as well. So I really need to do that, because again, it all comes down to balance. Well, I'm going to check out a couple videos before I, not as I'm on the road. I'm almost at the place I do jiu-jitsu at. I just wanted to get out those thoughts and ideas because they're really important. But, yeah, it's really important to me as I'm transitioning, and I'm always getting better and stuff like that at things, that I document this and put this down, because like I said, part of this whole channel is really it's really documenting my rise to comedy. I have so many things that are on the horizon that I want to talk about, but it's just going to take a little bit longer until I hear back. And regardless of the scenario, whenever I hear back from those things, I have other things that I haven't heard back from. There's always something in the works is what I'm getting at. You know, I actually had an interesting conversation with somebody the other day, which was, I was telling him that, you know, if there's 5 white guy comedians, right, and they all do great, they all do awesome, hilarious, funny jokes and stuff like that, they can all do great, but at the end of the day, it's still 5 white guys saying funny things. The only way to go from being saying great jokes and great material and being average amongst many to being great among few is being different. And I truly believe that my stories and the way I physically do my show and everything that I do, and accents and voices, and I'm, you know, a little all over the place in a good way, it really separates myself from another comic. So yeah, that's also something that, you know, I don't really have to strive too hard to do that, because I think it's the only way to make sense when I tell stories, and I've always told stories a certain way. Because I'm usually like a loner, and I'm usually by myself anyway, whether it's like going to the gym or whatever the case is. Whenever I'm talking about someone else, I'll typically like say what they said, but how they said it. You know, and to me, that's always just more of like a captivating way of catching people's attention. I was doing stand-up comedy at the yesterday at this bus station, and it was funny because I only had like an audience of 2, but if it was 2 or 200, they were laughing, you know. And I figured out more things that do work, more things that don't work, progressed. And when I got home, I had to start jotting down all these ideas and information on the computer. Basically, take the results of what I got from doing comedy at the bus station to making the necessary corrections. I did that to a degree, to the first part, to the second part. I didn't do the the updates on the laptop when I got home. And one thing led to another, and I had to start cooking dinner, and then that was that. So anyway, well, everybody keep checking me out. I hope everybody has a beautiful day today. And I will see you later. Just pulled up to Jiu-Jitsu. Y'all have a good one. I'm Benja Well Done. Check me out. Peace.